to the channel, everyone. In today's video, this is gonna be kind of more of a sit-down description video compilation of me creating my own arrangement for the Monsters, Inc. theme. Creating arrangements like this for mandolin is so fun for me. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ways to use the instrument because I feel like it's kind of unique and I get to take songs that I love that don't have mandolin in them and make them for mandolin. I just think it's so cool and so fun, and most of the time I choose songs that I love, or in this case a song that I grew up on because I grew up on the Pixar movies. This is like base level. I have not done anything yet. I don't even know what key it's in. I've never even tried to play this before. First thing I'm gonna do is grab my mandolin, listen to it, and just try to pick out the melody as best I can. What I'm gonna have to do, which this is so nice, I use YouTube now all the time to look up songs, like just the audio of songs, because then you can go in and slow it down. So nice. And then you don't even have to have a special app or anything to do that. And honestly, most of this process is me with my mandolin, sitting down. This song was very hard because the chords are not your average chords, and it was hard for me to figure it out by ear. I would say it took me longer than it does for most things, just because it was a little bit more challenging, it was a little bit more involved, and it's also so stinking fast. I played it definitely slower than the original track. And since the track is so fast and there's so many different instruments and moving parts, it was kind of hard to pick what I wanted to play. But what I tried to do is keep the integrity of the melody, of course, and then also throw in some of those extra riffs that are happening around the melody. So I just kind of picked what I wanted to be in my arrangement and make that work on the mandolin. And it's also just a lot of experimentation, trying, okay, that doesn't sound good, let me try this. Okay, I don't like that, but I like this part of that, so let me add that, take this away, let me see if I can, add this chord in here with this melody. It's a lot of back and forth until you find something that really works on the instrument and something that you like. And so you'll see me, with my computer, listening to the song, and I would, listen to a measure like 5 times, try to play that measure, figure out what part I wanted to play, how I wanted to put it together. And it just goes like that. It's like measure by measure by measure. And in the end, it ends up being so fast and it goes by so quickly, but it takes a long time to make an arrangement like this because there's so much thought into every single voicing, every single chord, every single shift, every single finger that's being used. And throughout this whole process, when I'm making an arrangement like this, I'm recording myself. I mean, I can't tell you how many voice memos I had. Even every single little section I would get, because I work in sections, I would record it after I was done for a couple of reasons. One, I didn't want to forget what I had spent so much time on, because that can definitely happen, because I wasn't writing it down as I was going along with things like this. I did end up transcribing it for you guys, so link down below. It's free. Yeah, go have fun playing it if you want to learn it. But when I was in the middle of writing this, I was not writing it out at all. I was just memorizing what I played. And so I record it so I don't forget it, first and foremost. And 2, I record it so that I can go back and listen and see, okay, that's sounding good, that's not sounding good. I can't hear the melody. The melody is getting buried, or that chord voicing sounds weird. It just helps to hear it from an outside perspective. So I'm sitting here trying to figure this out, and guys, I think I'm gonna have to cave. I'm gonna get the sheet music on music notes for this. It's piano sheet music, which I can read, but it has chords too, because I could do it by ear, but it's a hard song, and it would take me forever. So for my own sanity and for $5, we're just gonna get the music on music notes and go from there. I had just gotten to the point where I wanted to get it done, and I didn't want to keep doing it by ear. And what really happened is I got stumped on a chord, and I couldn't exactly figure out what it was. And so I thought, well, let me just look up the music. And sometimes that's really helpful, especially if you can find orchestra parts or the original score. Sometimes those will be you can find those for free, which is amazing. Music Notes, amazing website. You can find so much good music on there. So even though I can do things by ear, I don't always. If you can make it easier on yourself, then do it. It just, for me in this instance, it helped me get the arrangement faster, and also not second guess every single thing that I was thinking. I will say, everything that you see online is not correct. A lot of the time I do things by ear, because if I look it up online, I realize that it's not actually accurate. Even with music notes, sometimes my ear is hearing something different than what's actually written in the music. And so I prefer to just go by ear. And if I do have the music, like in this case I had the music, but I was still really, really making sure I was listening to the track, because there were a couple things that were on the music that I wasn't exactly hearing the same. So I normally go with what I'm hearing versus what I look up online. And then you practice, play it, work on the dynamics, work on the performance of it, and then you film it, which is, to me, the most fun part. I'm filming it today. This is always the most exciting part, because it's just fun, and you put in the work, and you're ready to actually set up the lights and set up the camera and actually film it. And realistically, it took me about 7 takes to get one that I really like. Normally what I do is I'll just, record it. And sometimes oh, that wasn't a good one, I'm gonna redo that. But what I'll do a lot of the time is I'll record it and then go back and watch it and see what I liked, what I didn't like. Most of the time what happens is I record it, and either it's not clear or I'm not liking the way it sounds, but then the other part of that is I don't like the way that I'm presenting it. In this case, this is a really upbeat, fun song, and the first couple of times I filmed it, I watched it back, and I just felt like I'm focusing really hard, and so I didn't have a smile, I didn't have, I wasn't physically into it enough. So then I went back, redid it, liked the way that looked better. So you definitely learn from watching yourself. And really, when I'm going to film, hopefully by that point, I have it in my fingers really well. I have it memorized, I have it in my muscle memory. And so when I'm actually filming it, the thing that's going through my mind the most is just enjoying the music. Hopefully that comes across. I think if you overthink it, which we all can do, and I know I certainly can overthink it, and so I try not to do that when I am actually filming. All I'm thinking about is the song itself and the story that I'm wanting to portray through the song, not necessarily what notes I'm playing, because you can totally get in overthinking mode and then you get stressed out, and then the filming becomes really, really hard because you keep messing up, and it's just not the most pleasant. So the biggest thing I've learned is just stay relaxed, make sure you have it in your fingers and muscle memory, and then just have fun. Just have fun when you're recording it. And after that, then it goes into the editing stage, which is pretty simple. And for this video, this is completely real. I played exactly what you're seeing. That's just one take. It's not edited at all, really. And I kind of prefer them to be that way. Sometimes I will pre-record audio for certain things, but in this case, I wanted it to be real and authentic. And I think there's something about the energy when it's a live performance versus something that's been pre-recorded and then you're miming to that. I do both, but in this case, I wanted to do live performance. Yeah, and then after I already have the arrangement, that's when I go back in and actually transcribe it for you guys, because I myself, I don't necessarily need it transcribed, but I do like to go back in and actually write out what I'm playing for future reference, also so I can give it to students so you guys can learn it. It's just kind of, since I can do that, I might as well do it. And then it's posted and it's out to you guys, and these are honestly some of my favorite videos to film. If you haven't seen, I also have made a mandolin arrangement for the theme from the movie Up, Pixar movie Up as well. I love Pixar. There may be more coming in the future. We'll see. But definitely go check that one out. I also have the sheet music and tablature available for that on my website for free if you want to learn that. That was super fun as well. So yeah, that's kind of my process. It's pretty simple, but I think maybe some of you guys are interested in it, but that's kind of how I do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. As always, feel free to comment if you guys have a similar process to making mandolin arrangements, or if you do it completely different. I would love to hear how you go about it down in the comment section down below. And if you don't want to miss my next video, then hit the like button and subscribe down below. And with that being said, I think that's all for today. So I'll see you guys in the next video.